Hey everybody, I'm Jason Arnone, Career Advisor at the RISD Career Center. This tutorial will be focusing on how to create your portfolio. Our agenda will be to define what a portfolio is, how to find inspiration, looking at design options, determining what to show in your portfolio, and finally, presentation considerations. As a reminder, our website is an excellent reference for your career pursuits, including a primer on portfolios. Go to careercenter.risd.edu to learn more. So what is a portfolio? It's an online curated presentation of your work, accessible by computers and by mobile devices. It's also the iconic hard copy case and a printed book popular with architects. So looking for inspiration. Like any project, it's helpful to look for inspiration when you're starting out. Look closely at the studios or artists that you admire, including your fellow alumni. Here we see an award-winning project from the Shorty Awards. For the project, Farm in a Box, by the studio Socia Fabrica. So we can look them up in LinkedIn to see who works there. And if we're lucky, we can find an alum like Sylvia Vacker. We can check out her Behance portfolio on RISD Portfolios. This exclusive platform is easy to use, and we promote you by sending interested employers to sort the portfolios by major. You're also encouraged to sort by your major for an inspiring look at your peers' portfolios. Did you see an exhibit that blew your mind, like by RISD alum Anina Majors, The Rhythm of Hybrid Interactions? Look her up on LinkedIn to learn more about her background. Find her on Instagram to learn more about her work and creative process. And once again, see if she's still on RISD Portfolios. Let's take a look at various design factors with a portfolio. Now, if you're not a web designer, there's no reason to create a custom website. The goal of your portfolio is to clearly present your work, and in that sense, an overly complicated website may be distracting. If you are creating a book, you'll need to know the dimensions up front, so shop around for a printer with the quality, format, and cost you're looking for. Many architects use a landscape book to afford ample horizontal space for design elevations. So keep it simple. A grid layout is very common and affords the viewer a deeper view of each project by clicking a thumbnail. RISD Portfolios is a great first option for any student. And as I mentioned before, the Career Center drives traffic to your work. As we can see here with Shani Abbas, she has her own website URL listed in her profile for the best of both worlds. Shani's Behance portfolio gives her a useful presence in the RISD community and may drive traffic to her personal portfolio site, where she is in full control of the designs. Now more than ever, the fine art and design worlds are fast-paced and competitive. Art directors and curators evaluate candidates quickly, so making a bold first impression and capturing the viewer's attention is crucial. To that end, think quality over quantity. Show your best quality projects along with the creative process work to provide a holistic presentation. Some artists and designers have more than one career direction, so a customized portfolio built to suit the unique requirements of each career path should be utilized. Only show the work you want to do and not necessarily what you know how to do, but aren't really that passionate about. So you might be good at typography, but that may not mean that you want to work on it in your next internship or job. Documenting your process and supporting work is just as important as the final result. Concept drawings, color studies, reference imagery, prototypes, they all show the viewer how to solve problems from concept to completion. Clearly, the emphasis of a portfolio is on the image, but the background details are essential for a complete understanding of your work. Seen in Priyanshi Bareha's portfolio, we can gain a deeper understanding of her Parapup project with title, year, media, dimensions, tools, techniques, the design prompt, the creative objectives. It can all enhance the presentation. So the time has come. Your hard work is paid off. It's time to show off all your work. But don't forget to share the full story from concept to completion. Not only do employers and curators appreciate the creative process, but it makes the final result all the more impressive. Your prompt assigned in the studio, the problem you wanted to solve, the initial idea you had for your art. What was your inspiration? Can you gain the viewer's engagement now to carry through the story? Share the early concept sketches, reference imagery, or research data. Did the project require study into subject matter, technique, or tools leading to your ability to produce the project? What did you learn from your peers as you came up with solutions, either through design iterations and/or prototyping? How did this feedback inform your creative process? What feedback did you act upon or ignore, and why? Present the final result, calling out elements that you may have referred to previously. Be sure to point out any characteristics that you see as related to the employer's work. The printed portfolio, as seen here in the Fine Arts Portfolio Review, is the traditional experience, showing the actual art if it's feasible, or high-quality reproductions. Fine artists should show 10 or more projects, and designers can show 6 or more. Since the printed portfolio is a linear experience, this offers an opportunity to build narrative into your presentation, starting with a bold first project, making a strong first impression. Each subsequent work should demonstrate development and progress in aspects such as technique, subject matter, or overall quality. The final work should provide a conclusion to your story in some meaningful way and leave the viewer with a lasting final impression. The portfolio book is also a linear presentation with the potential for narrative. Books are common with architects. It's customary to provide a table of contents. You can include your resume or CV on the first page. We have heard from visiting firms that they enjoy seeing fine art from foundation year on your cover. It distinguishes RISD architects from other schools. If you're using 4 print providers, try Artifact, Uprising, or Blur. And with all the hard work you've done, you can use the print quality PDFs for display online at issue.com or Folio HD. The online portfolio has many advantages. Viewers can peruse your work without confinement to a linear path, whether they are on a computer or mobile device. Presenting your site gives you the ability to start with the projects you feel are most appealing to a given employer or curator. There are many easy-to-use, customizable platforms available for your portfolio. As I mentioned before, RISD Portfolios is an excellent exclusive platform for students and alums. Adobe Portfolio is available to all students as part of the Creative Cloud license. So we all find ourselves in between jobs from time to time. In these times, daily creativity is the #1 goal. So be sure to make time for your portfolio development. You could consider personal projects, pro bono work, LinkedIn Learning. Active students have access to brush up on a new skill. Or an art challenge. Challenge yourself, give and gain feedback in a group forum, and gain excellent exposure. And each time you make an update to your portfolio or have something new to share, use the opportunity to reach out to your contacts to keep them appraised of your work. I'd like to share some of the helpful feedback gleaned from the Career Center's partnerships with renowned companies and art organizations. Get more out of a portfolio review by having specific questions in mind for the reviewer. This enables the reviewer to help you more effectively. Here are some examples. Do you think I've given sufficient documentation of my design process in my portfolio? Is there anything missing? Or What do you look for in a portfolio and how could I improve mine? Or lastly, if I'm moving in a new creative direction with my work, do you think there are pieces in my portfolio that relate? What would you expect to see from this new direction? Team projects are incredibly valuable to design studios. Showing that you can work well with others, make compromises, advocate for your own ideas is important. But make sure your teamwork is labeled clearly. A reviewer should be able to spot your work versus your peers. And multidisciplinary artists at their best are perceived as big picture thinkers and problem solvers. You may want to avoid being perceived as a jack of all trades or too unfocused. When making an application for a call for work or a design job application, curate your work to focus on the subset of work appropriate for the opportunity at hand. When making a first impression, showing compatibility can be reassuring to an employer or curator. Once you earn an interview, this is a great time to share some of your additional expertise. Looking beyond the portfolio, consider the big picture. If you utilize Instagram in a professional manner, you can share work in progress, reference imagery and inspiration to engage with your followers, and drive traffic to your portfolio. LinkedIn is a great platform to build your professional network as you expand your reach to new artists, organizations, and studios you want to work with. And lastly, anytime you update your portfolio, it provides a new opportunity to inform your network and followers. This type of outreach will enhance your awareness and eligibility to new opportunities. Because remember, a network is worthless without persistent engagement. If you have questions about portfolios or anything else career related, book an appointment with one of these friendly people in Artworks. And during the school year, we'll host remote drop-ins every day from 11 to 1. Take good care of yourself, and thanks for watching.